Yo, I want to talk about the law of attraction and Stormzy and grime music. So, like, Stormzy played the main stage at Glastonbury, and he was wearing a stab vest. He was also wearing like his pants hanging out. Now, that pants hanging out fashion thing, like that comes from the US prisons. And that basically means the US prisoners that have their pants hanging out means they're offering themselves as a homosexual. So that's a fashion thing that people really need to become aware of. It's not a coincidence that that's been put on the streets. But as for the stab vest, you know, Stormzy's in the music industry now. You play main stage Glastonbury, you're in the music industry. You sign up and you basically get told to do a certain amount of things as part of the agenda. So my guess is that he was told to wear this stab vest. Now, the reason why I think he would have been told to wear it is to promote fear, because they like to keep people in fear rather than the love vibration. They want people worried, fearful. So Stormzy puts the message out wearing a Great Britain stab vest, saying that be fearful of Great Britain, be fearful of London, be fearful of London black people. You know, this is the message he's putting out with that energetically. So, you know, and it's promoting, it's pushing an energy, a violent energy, and everything is energy. And this is the law of attraction. So whatever you put out in life, you will receive. So if you're angry, you will meet angry people. If you put out love, you will meet people with love. And I know this from my personal experience of the dark night of the soul that I'm going through. I'm learning all this from experience, you know, dealing with my unresolved anger issues, which are a lot better than they were. But it's like, you know, sometimes I walk down the street and I'm holding some anger, and you meet angry people like that. That's the way it is. That's the law of attraction. This is a quantum universe thing. So basically, the energy you put out, you receive. So with Stormzy, he's wearing this stab vest, and then I've just seen, like 3 days later, he had the Murky Festival in Ibiza, and there's a big punch up with a load of black guys, and it's like into grime and drill. You know, I mean, this doesn't surprise me whatsoever, and it just proves my point. This is what's happening. You know, like whatever you put out, you receive. So it's like people need to be aware of this. Now, like I said, this is being promoted in the music industry, and they've got to, and people need to be aware. So if you're putting out music, or the words you're putting out, or the energy of the music, that will come back to you. You know, like, I can take this back to going to see Public Enemy in 1990, which was incredible, blew my mind, loved it. But, you know, like, there was a lot of attitude in there, and we got asked, like, why are you here? You're white, you know, which was obviously not cool for us, but we didn't really bother with it because we didn't feel that threatened. But it's like, you know, like that's set in our minds, you know, like, okay, are we not welcome? But we still love this culture, and we're not gonna hold it against all black people, because some black guys like was moody to us. But, you know, that was the energy Public Enemy were putting out with Farrakhan speeches and pro-black stance, which isn't a bad thing, but you have to be careful the way you do it. And so yeah, like, so when I'm making my music now, it's like I have to, like, I'm very, very conscious now in my mind of the words I'm putting out and the energy I'm putting out with it, because that's going to come back to me. Now, when I've always done music, it was always a positive message on the whole. It was never really negative. We didn't come from an extremely rough place where we had to be on our ready all the time, but there was moments and we had to be careful, and we went to London and we got robbed and stuff like that. So we was part of that sort of that gang stuff that was around, and we felt that. But the music we put out was a positive vibe. Sons of the Tribe, you know, that's a good name, and it's a positive name. and it doesn't attract negative energy. And you know, by the end of our crowds were all positive and cool people. We never had any problems, and we even did gigs in our town where like we had like two warring gangs would come to our gigs, and everything would be cool, and there'd never be any trouble at our gigs. So you know, we put out a positive message, and we receive positive vibes back. It's that simple. So yeah, like, you know, I'm not against grime music, I'm not against drill music. It's a reflection of society and the way it is, and that's been manipulated. This is social engineering, no doubt. They promote certain things, but people need to be aware of this, because, you know, like if you want to go out, if you go out being angry, you're going to attract anger. If you go out looking like violent and and angry, that's what you're going to attract. Go out with some positive love vibes, that's what you're going to attract. Law of attraction, quantum physics, quantum universe. Look into it. Peace.